Moving on now, US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said that the high tariffs imposed on China by the Trump administration are not sustainable, signaling a potential shift in US trade policy. Bessent emphasized that the current 145% tariff on Chinese goods and the 125% on US products cannot last in the long term, noting that both sides acknowledge the unsustainability of these levels. Let's take a listen in to what Bessent had to say.
China's current economic model is built on exporting its way out of its economic troubles. It's an unsustainable model that is not only harming China, but the entire world.
Meanwhile, President Trump has indicated that he may resume tariffs on Chinese imports, depending on the outcome of ongoing trade talks. This is what Trump had to say on making a trade deal with China.
Well, that depends on them. We have a situation where we have a very, very great place. It's called the United States of America, and it's been ripped off for years and years. These people know it. We talked about it.
In a related development, 12 US states have filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration, arguing that the tariffs are essentially tax hikes that were imposed without congressional approval. The lawsuit states that tariffs must be approved by Congress and questioned Trump invoking a 1970s law called the International Emergency Economic Powers Act to enact the levies. The International Monetary Fund has also weighed in, warning that the tariffs will slow global economic growth and exacerbate debt levels. In the tech sector, SK Hynix, a key supplier to Nvidia, reported a surge in its first quarter profit, driven by strong demand for AI chips. However, the company also flagged potential risks to demand in the second half of the year, citing uncertainties related to tariffs. Moving on once again, the US Secretary of State Marco Rubio has emphasized that any deal with Iran would require the country to stop enriching uranium, limiting its nuclear program to civilian use. However, Iranian officials have made it very clear that they will not negotiate away their right to enrich uranium, calling zero enrichment unacceptable. These comments come ahead of crucial talks between the US and Iran in Oman on Saturday. While the US aims to prevent Iran from developing a nuclear bomb, Iran insists its nuclear program is peaceful. The ongoing talks come amid growing concerns over Iran's uranium enrichment, which has been ramping up to 60% purity, close to weapons-grade levels. The US has reiterated that if Iran wants a peaceful nuclear program, it can import enriched material, as many other nations do. Meanwhile, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has also commented on the ongoing talks. Let's take a listen to his comments.
משטר האימים באיראן הוא איום לגורלו ולקיומו ולקיומה, לא רק של עתידנו, אלא לגורלם ולעתידה של החברה האנושית כולה. זה מה שיהיה אם הוא ישיג נשק גרעיני. המאבק בינינו לבין אימפריית הטרור בטהרן יחרוץ את גורלן של כל החברות החופשיות. אם ישראל תפסיד חלילה במערכה זו, מדינות המערב תהיינה הבאות בתור.